The Columbus community says goodbye to longtime activist Ruben Castilla Herrera. The 61-year-old passed away last weekend. This morning, border agents are being shifted from different locations, which border officials say could mean long lines and a delay in commerce. Hey guys, yeah, a lot of excitement and the weather is cooperating. But Joe here with the Clippers is going to be talking about all the exciting and new things happening this season. So thanks for joining us, Joe.
Well, thank you.
But survey crews from the National Weather Service says it was actually straight line winds. Josh Rogers shows us how these winds left a path of destruction. So researchers say it's mainly because of faking positive emotions can be very draining. It's to the point that the researchers say their results suggest that employers may want to reconsider any service with a smile. This morning, the president is reinforcing a controversial immigration plan.
Phil normally does a little bit of last weather, but he's still working on the computer, so we're doing
last we're taking
right
it over.
Now. Taking a look at this.
Yes, it's going to be sunny today, high of 68, so he says it's going to be beautiful and great for the spring game.
Great. He's working on getting his computers
If not, we'll just draw it on here, so don't worry, guys.
There you go. We'll be back in just 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Thank you, Alexis. Now, this morning, the Blue Jackets are back home with a 2-0 series lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Welcome back. The calendar says spring, but winter is coming tonight. Coming up, it was Scarlet versus Gray at the Shoe, the spring game. Yeah, a lot happening right now, guys. A lot of excitement as well since the weather is cooperating. And this year, the Clippers are focusing, trying to bring together the Latino community. As you can see right behind me, the Clippers are embracing the culture with music, food, and some pretty cool new merchandise. Bright, bold, and Latin.
Veleros is the sailboats, the Clipper ships. Well, that was probably pretty close.
This baseball season, the Clippers is connecting with the Latino community with this brand new logo.
So we took the black sailing ship and kind of gave it a little bit of an attitude.
It's part of a new initiative throughout minor league baseball to attract more Latinos to come to the games. It started a few years ago in other markets, but this year it's taking over Central Ohio with the help of the Hispanic Chamber of Columbus.
I feel proud, and we're really happy that they are including our community and they want to reach out to us. And, they did special merchandise.
New gear isn't the only thing embracing the Hispanic culture at Huntington Park.
On Friday nights, we used to have live bands, but we're going to start out with a DJ so we can spin Hispanic music mixed with American music and kind of teach some of us gringos maybe a little bit of Spanish.
Fans can't wait.
I love the colors. It actually reminds me of my kids' movie Coco, which was really cool. I enjoyed watching that. Thank you.
The Veleros jerseys are selling out fast, which is good news for business, but more importantly, a good sign the team is connecting with the Latino community.
I've got part Latin in me, so my grandmother's Mexican, so it's really cool to, have this and have the teams across the U.S., go ahead and celebrate the Latin community.
And about 30% of the players are Hispanic, and they'll be debuting the new jerseys tomorrow, but you can get your hands on them now. And again, it's a great day to enjoy the Clippers game because the sun's out and the weather is nice. We're now reporting live here at Huntington Park. Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News. Here at OSU Wexner Medical Center, these pillows have a special meaning for 12 people. Not only did they all get them to help with their abdominal pain, but they're all connected in a unique 6-way kidney transplant.
Roger. There's Michelle, your donor.
Michelle Bonner of Newark tried to donate her kidney to her friend. She wasn't a match, but still wanted to help some way.
I just went ahead and entered the donor exchange program, hoping that they could get 2 or 3 or 4. Never expected this many.
She kicked off this long chain reaction, helping 6 others in need of a kidney. Her kidney went to Roger.
Oh, it's so exciting. And I saw him walking in the halls a couple times, and I was like, oh, never knew that it was him.
He's been waiting for this day for 2 long years.
It's been an amazing ride, let's put it that way. This has been really wild.
Integrate, my friend. No more dialysis. Remember what we talked. No more dialysis.
And Shannon was not able to give her kidney directly to Roger. So Shannon amazingly matched Kimberly.
And that's how it kept going.
You're so welcome.
Family couldn't help their loved ones, but were perfect matches for strangers.
Because of the generosity of such people who donate a kidney, we could achieve it. I mean, we're doing our job, but the hero is the donor who really went through this amazing surgery to help somebody else.
Donors stepped up as far as Chicago.
We always end it back to the wait list. That way people on the wait list aren't disparaged. Thank you.
They signed each other's keepsake pillows, even got these matching shirts.
I thank all of you guys for being part of this because, we're part of this link.
Thank you for being so selfless.
A link creating an everlasting bond inside and out.
First time I met her, and I feel like I know her forever. And I know I will from now on.
Many of the donors are going home today, and they told me if they had to do it all over again, they would. Reporting here at Wexner Medical Center, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News. Yeah, that's right, Bob and Stacia. These scammers not only sound convincing over the phone because they have your date of birth and part of your social security number, but they're threatening taxpayers to the point where they think the police are on the way to arrest them, or they're going to foreclose on their home if they don't pay Uncle Sam right away.
They use intimidation tactics, and it's really hard for taxpayers to discern, is this legitimate?
Tabitha Tomlinson is a tax agent with H&R Block for the past 2 decades. She's seen a lot throughout her career, but says this year, scammers are out in full force.
They'll call and pretend to be revenue officers or revenue agents. They'll tell you that the police are on their way and that they're demanding payment right now.
We've received several robocalls from IRS scammers, too. Here's one of them.
Before we proceed further with the suspension of your social and assets, please press 1 to speak to the officer.
We tried to call them back, but no one answered.
The exact customer you have called is unavailable to...
It's rare that an IRS agent will call you.
We may contact you by telephone. If you're not sure, just go ahead and hang up. I personally.
But if they do, there are several things the IRS will never do.
They're not going to ask for personal information, and they will never ask for payment over the phone.
Some other red flags to look out for: the IRS will never threaten you, ask for a particular payment like paying in gift cards or wiring money, and the IRS will never ask for immediate payment.
If you owe, just call us. We've got all kinds of different payment plans.
There's a lot of misinformation floating online, too, especially with President Trump's new tax reform. If you have any doubts, just call trusted places like H&R Block or the IRS.
File as soon as possible.
That way you can avoid someone else possibly stealing your tax refund. And if you do owe Uncle Sam, you will get a bill in the mail. Remember, you can file an extension, but if you owe any money, that has to be paid by April 15th. Reporting live in the studio, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News. This is what's left after Sunday's EF2 tornado. You can see this light pole is still underground, and the owner of Rocket Chevrolet says that nearly every single car is a total loss.
Well, I'm okay for a while, and then I cry, and then I'm okay.
Brett Schlutter is overwhelmed with emotions after seeing his business reduced to rubble.
That total devastation.
He fought back tears thinking about losing everything he built.
I just feel bad for my employees and everybody. It's horrible, but we'll get through it. But it's going to be really hard.
But he is thankful the tornado hit when they were closed.
Nobody was here because it was a Sunday, so that's a blessing. People would have definitely been killed.
He says that would have been devastating because his employees are like family. Just ask Bob.
This is a close-knit family, and we try to watch out for each other.
He's been working here for more than 20 years.
Been through all kinds of stuff with this place, blizzards and everything else, but this is definitely the worst. Now we got to rebuild, as you can see.
Millions of dollars worth of damage. Brand new cars totaled. This storage area gone.
I had a lot of my possessions in, and a lot of them are gone.
Nearby businesses dealing with the same thing. Utility workers still fixing down power lines. So it may be a long time until this entire area gets back to normal.
I don't know. Maybe a year before we rebuild. But we'll be selling probably next week.
But the owner says he's doing it for his 18 employees, his family.
I don't have a choice. I got people depending on me.
In Shelby, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News. Health officials in Ohio on high alert as the measles outbreaks continues to grow. Cases now reported in 19 states across the country. There are no reported cases of the measles here in the Buckeye State, but that does not mean you're not vulnerable. So I take a closer look at the immunization rate in Central Ohio and found out which county is most at risk.
1 to 2 children will die from contracting measles.
The largest school district in the state is making sure their students are getting vaccinated, especially when it comes to the measles.
Herd immunity is generally 80% of people are vaccinated. With measles, we like it a bit higher because measles is the most contagious.
The latest numbers show Franklin County kids are well protected from the measles.
For kindergartners, it's almost 94%. For 7th graders, it's almost 98%, or it's 98%. So we get a really good coverage of vaccine within our community.
But how about the rest of Central Ohio? According to the Ohio Department of Health, the majority of the counties are in the upper 80s to 90% of students getting their required immunizations. For kindergarten students, Pike County has the highest immunization rate, almost 96%. The lowest or worst county is Knox, with only 87%. So that means about 12% have no record of getting their vaccines. The numbers are better for 7th graders. The highest, again, is Pike County with 97.5%. The lowest, again, is Knox County with only 71%, which means nearly 30% or 165 students are not protected from infectious diseases like the measles.
It puts other people at risk. I just can't understand how parents can not do something that could avoid their children causing suffering, pain, and death.
Even with high immunization rates in Ohio, health officials say it just takes one case to create an outbreak.
It's, kind of that domino effect. So then those people transmit it and we have more and more. And that's when we see that huge outbreak. And that's what we're seeing in New York.
So getting vaccinated is key.